Hello and welcome to the live demo of the Anywhere365 dialog management platform. What we're going to show you here is how easy it is to set up a support desk using Anywhere365. What you're looking at right here is the sole configuration and content management screen that can be used to configure and change the behavior of your dialog management platform. And like we said, Anywhere provides an umbrella that can manage all your communications. In this case, we're going to configure the global help desk. And just to show you how easy it is, all these elements from small to large features and capabilities are all accessible from one single screen. It's easy to maintain, easy to configure. As an example, what we're going to do is, for instance, make a skilled agent part of this support desk. And I'm going to make myself as an example, and I'm going to click here on agent, and I'm going to add myself as an agent. So what I'll do here is adding my own SIP address. So we don't have to use Active Directory, we use a SIP address, which also means that we can actually include federated domains. So anybody that is federated with your domain could be automatically included as an agent in your support desk. Once I have given a valid SIP address, the field turns green. I could potentially actually enter when this agent is working, which I'll skip for now. And now I'm actually an agent affiliated with this support desk that I've set up. And I've called the support desk UCC Galaxy. So now, of course, this agent is now associated with my support desk, but it needs to have skills. In order for outside customers or inside employees to find the proper agent with the right skills, I'm assigning skills to each agent. And these skills could be anything. It could be a geographic location, it could be a language skill, it could be part of a department. Anything that you can think of could be used as a skill. So, and in this case, let's say I want to make a skill global support. So I can go to the skill set and I can create a new skill. Let's say global support. And I'll show it on the wallboard. And if I show you the wallboard right now, it actually looks like this. I've already got a few skills created beforehand. And as you can see right now, the wallboard doesn't show any agents affiliated with this help desk. But if I actually assign a skill, for instance, global support, you can also see that after the update, the global support is added to the wallboard. So, but again, you can see that there's nobody affiliated with this specific skill. So let's go back and make a change, because I've added myself as an agent to the support desk and I'm giving myself a skill set. And let's say I do myself global support. I give myself a 100% skill rating, which you could also change to 80, 90, or any value that you feel is reasonable for this particular agent. Which also means when incoming dialogues are being routed, you could use that skill score as a way to route to more qualified agents. There's about 8 or 9 different ways to hunt for agents, and this is one of them. So I select the agent that is going to have this specific skill, and I've added it. And I can, of course, have multiple skills assigned to a single agent, because if you get multiple skills, some agents may actually be handling a variety of different elements. So let me just add a few ones to do one more to see how easy it is. Let's say I also have skills, and I actually have a 90% skill set there. All right, so now me as an agent, I've got 4 skills associated with me. And if I now go back to the wallboard, I can actually see that there's actually now 1 agent affiliated with this global support desk, and one of them is actually available and has the proper skill set. So you can see here that the global support actually has 1 agent that is available. So, and now me as an agent, I got 4 specific skills that if there's an incoming dialogue, I may be offered the dialogue to me if I'm available. So, and if I go to the wallboard, I can actually see now that there is 1 agent affiliated with this support desk, but none of the skills are actually available. And this is because 1 agent that could potentially be filling some of these skills is actually busy. Well, that's me being in this particular demo. So if I actually go to my Skype for Business client and I set myself to being available, you will see immediately that the wallboard shows 1 available agent, and at the top it actually shows which skill sets are now available for calls or chats or dialogues to be routed. So let's give that a try. I'm going to make a phone call on my regular mobile phone, which I got in my hand here. But if I make a call to the support desk, we actually have text-to-speech enabled, which typically...
Welcome to the Global Support Desk. This conversation may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
So you can actually see it on the wallboard.
Press 1 for sales.
My name is detected.
Press 2 for human resources. Press 3 for reception. Press 4 for technical support.
And let's say I want to do technical support. I punch 4.
You have chosen technical support.
Right now it sees that's one agent
One
available.
moment, please. Your
And
call will
immediately
be answered by the next available
you can see that I'm
representative.
getting handed the toast.
Please stay
Of
on
course,
the line.
now the person that's actually calling is me on my mobile phone, pretending to be a customer, and me, the agent, which has the skill set technical support. And I'm going to accept. So once I accept, you can actually see that there's an additional field that opens, and this is the standard link Skype for Business client, but now with an extension window. And what this means is you get access to your standard environment, to the usual functionality that you are used to based on Skype for Business, but it's now enriched. Because what happens underneath is from the server side, we retrieve additional information from your CRM system. And we support a multitude of CRM systems. In this case, it's Microsoft Dynamics CRM, but we also support dozens of other ones, including, for instance, Salesforce, ServiceNow, RightNow, and so forth. So embedding and enriching that information through the agent based on the context of the person that's calling makes a tremendous increase in customer satisfaction and productivity of your agents. As an example, what you will see on the left-hand side is actually the caller. So in this case, this person is calling. He's calling from this particular number, and he requested the technical support skill set. So the technical support skill set ended up in me as being the agent, and I can immediately see which colleagues of mine he was talking to previously. I can also see which cases or tickets have been opened previously that are associated with this particular caller or the company. It completely depends on how the end customer would like this to be configured. And important for the whole platform, we're in the business of configuring, not building custom solutions. Everything we do is based on settings. Also, the design of this particular extension window is a standard format that we can easily plug into any backend system that we already have on the shelf. What else do we have? One of the key things is that a lot of companies have their backend systems based on, for instance, SAP for supply chain. They have a CRM system for their relationships and so forth. What is lacking is kind of the glue between everything. And the glue meaning the communication. Communication is really what makes a company tick, but we typically don't have any insight into a specific customer. Who did they speak to? What kind of division or department did they talk to? How long? Were their calls always being answered? Did they drop calls? And all that information is now actually retained in Anywhere365. We basically treat communication as a logistical process and make the information contained in those processes readily available to upper management, supervisors, and agents themselves. As just an example, you can actually see that the call history of this particular person is readily available. So I can see that this person already spoke to me, or at least our company, twice before. And if I click on that, I can actually see exact details and customer journeys of this particular person. And if I just go back a little bit, I can, for instance, see that on this particular time, this person spoke with technical support as well. And I can actually see that based on the records that are in here, that he did not get an agent right away. It actually got forwarded to a mobile phone of +44 number in the UK. So automatically the system provides this information based on historic conversation that already occurred. And I can immediately give feedback to the customer. And it could also be that sometimes he or she spoke to a different department. All that information is contained in this system and readily projected inside the same familiar Skype for Business environment. Other things that are readily accessible here are conferencing capabilities. Now, right now I'm talking to myself because this is basically the person that is pretending to be the customer on my mobile phone. And this is me actually the agent accepting the technical support requests customer. And right from this window, I could, for instance, invite additional agents. And I could invite agents based on a SIP address, but I could also do it on a phone number. If you got enterprise voice enabled, I can easily do a +1 number, add somebody to this particular conversation. And this could, for instance, be somebody with a different language skill or something else where I know he or she's not available, or any kind of other setup where I can loop in additional people right on the fly. And of course, it doesn't have to be the STN number. It could also, of course, be just somebody else that I can look for right off the bat, and I can include them in the call. I can do, of course, a straight call transfer, no problem whatsoever. And what can also happen is that I transfer a call to other skills. So instead of forwarding this particular call, if I desire to do so, to a person or a colleague of mine, I can actually forward it to another skill set. So let's say somebody selected the technical support skill set, ends up with me, and decides, oh, sorry, I fat-fingered the number. I was wanting to talk to human resources. Can you transfer me? And of course, with a click of a button, I can just transfer this call immediately to human resources skill. And then he ends up over there and is being helped properly. On the background, all these transfers and routing and the timing of which it takes is all being recorded by Anywhere365. And I'll show you later on in the business intelligence how that looks like on a micro level. So we see the full customer journey, but also on a higher level from a full global support desk perspective. You can all zoom in and out depending on the requirements. Recording can be enabled if so desired, no problem whatsoever. And of course, simply going back to the timeline conference or go straight to the CRM, interactive CRM component, which allows you to do two-way entries with the backend system. Like I said, the backend system, it's all in here. You can easily add information here, look at the reviews, and it allows the agent to quickly and accurately interact with the customer and provide solid feedback, be productive. What we see is that when we actually integrate with the customer's own backend system, that the amount of calls drops, and we also see that the length of the call drops, while the customer appreciation actually goes up. Simply because the agents have access to the right information at the right time, and customers are quickly routed to the exact agent that has the right skill set at the right time. And that really is a key differentiator of this solution, and it's all based on Skype for Business. All right, so let me actually hang up this conversation. And as you can see, I now actually enter the quality control mechanism where the customer is actually being asked on the mobile phone how he liked the actual agent being helped. And I can, for instance, give him a 5 out of 5.
Thank you for your feedback. Have a great day.
And the quality monitoring is wrapped up. The call is finished and also recorded. The agent is now again available for additional call. So in this way, this was a very, very brief introduction to setting up the little support desk, adding an agent, defining a skill, using the IVR, routing to an agent, answering it via the standard Skype for Business client, and at the same time seeing the extension window that has been enriched with additional information from a backend CRM system.